after Prime Minister Modi came to power, a lot has happened, a lot has changed, and we have many firsts to our credit now. Apart from the introduction of the position of the CDS, which currently is lying vacant, but that they're looking for a suitable person to fill that role, is what I hear from the media. I would like to stress upon two things that have really made a difference. Number one, the procurement of weapons, and also on a focus on Make in India. Now, there are so many things for the Army, Navy, and the Air Force. The Navy is building more than 34 ships, including an aircraft carrier, including nuclear submarines, including frigates, including destroyers, all of them made in Indian docks. So that is number one, a very, very big deal. That's a huge deal for any country. It speaks about self-sufficiency in terms of naval assets, naval platforms. That is happening. In terms of air, I think Tejas has really taken flight. It's been accepted. We've also got those 36 Rafales. There is a contract out for around 124, 126 aircraft, which I think in the next 1 year should get finalized. So all these things are happening side by side. There are so many other things in the Air Force, like we saw the introduction of large lift capability aircraft. We've also seen the Chinook helicopters, and so much more in terms of missiles, etc., which is there, which everybody knows. As regards the Army, an introduction of the new battle rifle that's happened in the Army, and the introduction of new sniper rifles in the Army, and so many more things. I mean, I can go on and on and on. Also, the acceptance, large acceptance of Arjun tanks. There was a massive order for I think two and a half, 3 regiments of Arjun tanks, which is also a very, very major order. Now, all these things are part of modernization. But the second thing, which is more exciting for me, more than modernization, is how the military has now been involved in what we call military diplomacy. While the Army chiefs and the Navy chiefs and the Air chiefs always went abroad and met, today we see a greater urgency. So you'll have the Army chief going and meeting the Crown Prince of Saudi Arabia, going to all these countries. And India is now willing to push the military diplomacy envelope. That is great news. The DAs, the defense attaches at various embassies, they have been energized and galvanized, and they're pushing Indian products in terms of telling friendly countries that why don't you buy the Tejas aircraft? Why don't you buy Indian tanks? Why don't you buy Indian weapon systems and all that? And, also there is a certain, I would not like to use the word jointness, but because it has a totally different connotation, but I would like to say there is an understanding between, finally, it seems that there is an understanding between MOD and the Ministry of External Affairs. And they seem to be working in tandem, and also the office of the NSA, which has played a stellar role in terms of projection of our foreign policy outside, with the recent example being the meeting of the NSAs in Dushanbe in Tajikistan, where they spoke about how we can sort of bring relief to Afghanistan, and also train their people and in anti-terrorism operations, etc. So this is a big deal, and what is happening, I think India is moving extremely fast, and they're moving together. That's the best part of it. There was a time when Ministry of External Affairs and MOD would move separately. They would have separate views. Now they're coming together very fast. I'm not saying there are only points of congruence and there is no dissonance. I'm not saying that. All I'm saying is that it's far, far better than before, and it's far more streamlined, and it's moving far faster. So I think overall it presents a rosy picture to every Indian. And I personally, as a veteran and as a student of geopolitics and foreign affairs, I'm heartened after seeing all this. I think we're moving in the right direction, and we're moving very fast.
Please remember to subscribe to us and switch on the notifications for this channel. For our other social media links, more content, and to support our work, please visit citti.net. Dhanyavad. Namaskar.